In this video, I'm going to show you how you can make thousands of dollars online by simply selling PDF books. Firstly, I'm going to show you my proof of earnings, and then I'm going to show you how you can get started step by step. In this video, coming up straight after the intro.
My name is Marshall Malaba, and I'm on a mission to expose the income secrets of some of Africa's online millionaires. I want to become one of them, and I want to take you along the journey. If you want to learn how to build an online business which will give you financial freedom, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so that you'll be notified every single time I create content just like this, designed to help you achieve financial freedom. Let's go.
Before we get into it, I am looking for just 2 people who want me to mentor them one-on-one. I'm talking about online calls. I'm talking about meeting face-to-face on Zoom, and I teach them how to make their first $1,000 online. I'm looking for 2 people that I can mentor and train, getting you to your first $1,000. If you want to be one of those 2 people, all you have to do is watch this video up to the end, and then I will tell you exactly what you need to do to qualify to become one of the 2. So just keep watching. Okay, so today we're talking about selling PDF books. We're talking about selling books that you can sell over and over again online, and people just simply download them. We're not talking about selling hardcover books like this. We're talking about just PDFs that people will be downloading after they buy from you. Who can do this? This works for almost everybody, and these are the people who qualify. Firstly, maybe you are an expert, like maybe you have been working in some job for a long time and you've got some information that you know you can sell, right? You're trying to figure out how exactly you can sell it. This works for you. Maybe you are an influencer, you are someone who has got a bit of a following and you're trying to figure out, okay, how can I make money from this following that I have? Or maybe you're just someone who's looking for a way to make money online and you're looking for something that you can start up as a business. This is a business model that you actually can implement, selling PDF books online. And just to give you an example, let me show you what I have been able to do. So as you can see here, there's this book here which is called How to Make Your First $1,000 Online. It's a PDF book that I created, wrote, whatever you want to call it. It's just a book that teaches people how to make their first $1,000 online using a method that I teach, which is called drop servicing. You find videos about that on my channel. As you can see, that's a picture of me looking nice and handsome. Yay! So anyway, as you can see, this is just a PDF book that when people buy this, they will gain information about how to start drop servicing, right? So if you want me to keep scrolling down, you need to buy the book. As you can see, there are 44 pages on this book, and I'll talk about that later on. Now, when I come here, this is the page where I actually sell this book. If someone wants to buy my book, I just send them this link here, then they come to this page. As you can see, there are details about the book. You want to find out what's in the book, you just come to this page. Now, if you are satisfied and you want to buy the book, you click on this button which says buy now, right? And then the next thing that you then have to do is that you just need to enter your payment details, and then you can gain access to the book. And as you can see, the book is going for $7. And someone can either choose to pay with PayPal, or they click this button which says purchase now, and then they can pay maybe with the Visa or their bank card, right? So it's $7 or the equivalent. I'm in South Africa, it's the equivalent in rands. Now, the payment processor that I use is called PayFast. As you can see, that's the logo right there, and this is what we use to do transactions online. So I just want to change the dates. Maybe let me just go here, maybe to say June. I can go all the way back to January, but I just want to maybe just take it back 1 month, and then maybe I'll say the 1st of June, and then I'm going to click on done. I'm going to change this to per page, and I'm just going to make it maybe, let's say 50 per page, and then I'm going to click on search. What I want to show you is that I'm getting payments every single day for this book. People are buying this book every single day. They're especially buying in the local currency, South African rands. And just to show you, like here, if you look here, it says how to make your first $1,000 online. There's a payment there of 103 rands. There's another one there of 103 rands. You notice that it's different, 72 cents, here is 23 cents. It's because the rate of the rand keeps changing. But I want you to notice that like the dates here, this is like the 10th, the 9th, the 6th, the 6th, the 6th, the 3rd, the 3rd. The dates keep changing, and I'm averaging sales between 1 and 3 sales every single day. And I'm not advertising this book, I'm just getting sales mainly through the people who watch my videos on YouTube. So if you just keep scrolling down in my history, you realize that I'm making sales almost every day. How to make your first 1,000. If I scroll down again, I'll get to there again. How to make your first 1,000. These are sales that are coming in every single day, and it's passive income. Now, I've been selling this book for, I think, about 5 or 6 months now. There were some times when it was quiet, but now I'm getting sales almost every single day. And I know that I've sold about 175 copies of this book. So if you do the maths for yourself, 175 times $7, then you convert that into your local currency. You see that I've made over $1,000 just from this, and it's over 16,000 in terms of rands. And so that's why I'm saying that you actually can make thousands by selling books online. And the great part about this is that this is passive income. I created this book about 6 or 7 months ago, and I just put it on this platform, and now I don't have to do anything. People are buying the book every single day. Once they click on the buy button, they get sent an email automatically from my website that then allows them to download the book, and then they can read it. Some people give me feedback, some people have made money from it. That's how I'm making money every single day. Now, the way that I'm structuring this video is that this training is going to be in 4 parts. The first one is this one, which you're watching right now, where I'm going to explain the opportunity and show you how to go about it. But then in part 2 and part 3, I'm actually going to show you how to use the tools that are available to you to actually firstly create the PDF book so that you don't struggle in creating it. Something that's a nice presentation and people are willing to buy. Secondly, the website, helping you to actually set up your own website where you can be able to sell your own book so that it's automated, so that while you're sleeping, sales can actually be happening. And then the 4th part is going to be how exactly do you promote the book, especially if you don't have a following or you've never sold anything online. What exactly do you do? How do you find people who are going to buy it? So make sure that you watch out for the next video coming out tomorrow, and then the day after, and then the day after. It's a 4-part series. Okay, so maybe you are saying to yourself, okay, I don't know how to write a book, or you don't have any knowledge, or you don't have the capacity. It's difficult for you to think of writing a book. You don't actually have to be the one who writes the book. You actually can get someone else to write the book for you, and then you just sell it. And you can do that in 2 ways. The first one is by using what we call PLR products. And so you just simply come to Google and just say PLR books. Right, you do a quick search like that, and then the first place where you can find those places is this one, says Upwork. It's freelance platforms, but otherwise you want to use these PLR websites. PLR stands for private letter rights. In other words, someone else created the content, but then you have got the rights to buy it from them, and then you start selling it as if it's your own thing, right? So there are these different websites where you can just simply buy a book and you can sell it as if it's yours. So for example, here's one, PLR eBooks latest, Overcoming Procrastination. You can buy it for $4.99, and then you're going to sell it. Free Instagram traffic, Gateway to Success, any type of book. So you just simply come to these websites and then you search. For example, maybe here I want to sell a book about Bitcoin. If I say Bitcoin, I will just search there and then see if they have got anything to do with Bitcoin. As you can see here, all these different books. Bitcoin PLR website with private label rights, Bitcoin for profit. You can just simply buy these books. If you want to, then you can rebrand it and make it look like, put your photo on the cover, and it's yours. You can sell it as many times as you want, as long as you bought the private letter rights. And like I mentioned, the other way also is for you to just simply use freelance websites. There's Upwork and there's Fiverr.com. You actually can go there, sign up, and then pay someone to actually write a book for you. And I actually spoke about this in another video, this video right here, where I was explaining that whole process. While we're on that note of talking about passive income, I'm curious to know, is there any other form of passive income that maybe you are currently earning or you are thinking of investigating? I'd love to hear from you. What forms of passive income do you actually know, or you want to try, or you are actually making money from right now? Just give me some feedback in the comment section and let me know what type of passive income you're actually making money from right now. All right, so let's get into the step by step. The first thing that you need to know is that we can call this self-publishing. Self-publishing is when you take content or you take a book and then you publish it yourself. In other words, you go directly to the people who are going to buy it. Right now, traditionally, when you are publishing a book, you need to go to a book publisher and they go through your content and see whether it's worth publishing. They help you to make changes, they help you to design the cover, and then they take it to the market. You are going to pay them so that they can take the book out there and promote it and all that stuff. So initially, you need to have some money, right, in order for you to make some money. And there's a chance that you will make a lot of money from it, or there's a chance that maybe the book will flop. But publishers obviously have got their own way of deciding and seeing whether a book is going to be successful or not. So that's the traditional way of actually selling books. But you obviously need to have money up front in order for you to do that. And you need to be an established author or something for publishers to want to work with you. Then there's the self-publishing approach, which is what I'm talking to you about here, whereby you say that you just have got some content that you want to take to people and start selling it. You don't have to wait to be a best-selling author or to be an expert or whatever for you to start doing self-publishing. You can start today. And like firstly, I showed you earlier on that my book is 44 pages. In other words, it's not about having a 300-page book or a 250-page book. It's not about giving people a whole lot of information. It's about basically having something that people are willing to buy. The books that I create are usually about building income online because my audience, the people who pay attention to me, want to learn that. But there's some other people who want fictional content. There are other people that want entertainment and they're willing to buy. They're willing to pay for that stuff. It's just about you being able to create something that an audience wants to pay for. The other thing I also want to say that is that it does not have to be perfect. Once in a while, I get someone who messages me and say, Marshall, your book is great, but I noticed that there were spelling errors on this page. I noticed that there were some grammatical errors on when you say this and that. And I want to agree with them and say that yes, there are some errors that I made in that book. I wasn't trying to write the most well-written book. I was trying to write a book that will help people. Right? People to get specific results. And so far I've been successful because a lot of people have been learning from that book. What I'm trying to say is that sometimes you will wait until your book is perfect or your product is perfect before you take it out there. But it's a good time for you to just take it out there and then you improve it as you go. Facebook that we all know right now, the Facebook you use today is not the same Facebook that you used in 2010 or was it 2008 when you started. Why? They believe in releasing the product and then they will improve it. So that's exactly what I'm trying to say to you. You should not be shy to do self-publishing. Release your product and then improve it as you go. The second thing that I want to say is that you should get someone to check your book. This is something that I should have done, I didn't do, but I'm now actually paying someone to do this for me. To just get maybe someone, maybe it's a family member, maybe it's a close friend, or you can actually pay people, that's the way that I'm doing right now, to actually go through the content and make sure that there are no grammatical errors and that there are no spelling mistakes. I think it's a very important thing to do, but don't let it stop you from actually just getting your content out there, especially if the means are not there. If it's something that people are dying and crying for right now, get it out there and start selling and start making some money. Another tool that you can use is called Grammarly. And Grammarly basically is an online plugin that you usually use maybe on your browser, and it allows you that when you're editing stuff online, you are able to see, it corrects your grammar and it corrects your spelling. So you might actually want to use that. The third thing that you need to look into is the formatting of the book. How exactly do you format the book? Books are always written with a very specific format that is attractive, a format that allows the reader to read through the book easily without feeling like, hey man, this is just too much. And also in terms of like the visual appeal, you want to have like a nice book cover, right? That when someone sees it, they feel like, man, I need to read this book, right? Also in terms of the wording, the way that you write, it must be something that captures people's attention. And then they feel like, okay, this is something that is worth buying. And so that's what we talk about in formatting. And so there are three ways that you can approach this. Firstly, you can just maybe take a Google document or a Microsoft Word or whatever word processor you use and just simply type it out and then figure out how to like sort out the display there, right? That's the simple, cheap, super affordable way to go about it. Another thing that maybe you can also do, second approach, is learn how to use a platform like canva.com. They have a free plan where you just have to learn how to design and then you just format the book there. That's option number 2. Then there's option number 3, which I recommend, is to use a tool which is called Designer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link in the description below, and then you can choose to click and sign up for Designer. Full disclaimer, I'm an affiliate of Designer, meaning that if you decide to use my link, I'm going to get paid a commission, but at no extra expense to you. It's just a way that Designer can thank me for telling people about it. Now, why would I recommend that you use Designer and not go through the free approaches that I used? Basically, there are 3 foremost. If you want a very professional look and you want to be able to get your book done in as quick as time as possible, Designer is the way to go, because it's just there. You just simply take your content and throw it in there, and they'll do the layout for you. And in fact, I'm going to be creating a video. It's going to be part 2 or part 3. The next video is coming up where I'm going to be showing you how to use Designer. So rather, for me, it took me about 6 or 7 days to write up my book, because at least I had already prepared the content. But now in terms of the design, I didn't yet have the Designer tool, but now it's the main tool that I use for writing books. But if you're using Designer, you can get a book done in 20 minutes or less. So it's going to save you a lot of time. The other reason maybe that you may want to use Designer is, let's say that you see the potential of selling books and you want to create lots of books. You pay for Designer and you will then be able to create as many books as possible. The third advantage of Designer is that not only do you get to use it, but you can tell someone else about it and they will pay you a commission, the same way that if you click on my link, they will pay me a commission. And I just realized something. There's a 4th reason. Maybe you want to help other people to design their PDF books. This is a business idea that you can start up, where you're designing books for people that you know. Maybe they're experts, maybe they're authors, maybe they're teachers, whatever. You can get paid to do that, right? You just need a tool like Designer. You don't have to tell them what tool you're using. You just get their content and actually design it for them. And just to show you something, if you go to the Designer website, if you look under pricing, you realize that their pricing starts from $29 per month. In other words, you have to pay for it every single month. It's going to be $29. You can convert that into your local currency. I don't know how much it is, but maybe you're saying $29 per month is a bit expensive. If you use my link, if you go to the website, you're going to pay $29 every single month. If you use the link that's in the description below, you are going to get Designer for a one-time fee of $27. Meaning that if you click here and you sign up for Designer, you just pay for it once, but you'll be able to use it for the rest of your life. It's going to be way for $27. And I think that's a great deal. You pay once, but you'll be able to design as many books as you want. Think about how many books you could potentially start selling and make money from just by using this simple tool. The next thing that you'll need to have set up, which is the 4th thing, is that you need to have a website where you actually can sell this from. Maybe you've got your own website, that's cool. You can sell using your own website. Or if you don't have a website and you want to create a platform dedicated to this, the tool that I recommend that you use is called System.io. Obviously, there are many other tools that maybe you can use. You can set up your website using WordPress, you can use ClickFunnels or whatever. But the most affordable tool that I recommend at the moment is called System.io. Why do you need a website? Like I showed you here on my website here, I've got a platform where people can come and read about the book, and then they just simply click the button and then they buy, and their details are collected, payment processing is done, and then an email is automatically sent to them with the book that they have paid for, right? So you can use a platform like System.io to be able to do that. And I'm going to put a link below again. And yes, once again, it's an affiliate link. I'd really appreciate it if you use my link. It's at no expense to you. But here's the difference from System.io and the first link that I actually mentioned earlier on about Designer. This one you can actually sign up for free for the free plan, and you actually can start making sales from your book. And in my next video, the 3rd video, is going to be showing you how to actually use System.io to create this whole process simple and easy. But like I was saying, you can choose the free plan and actually start making sales, right? And that's exciting. That's awesome for you to start making money without necessarily having to spend money. But later on, I'm eventually going to recommend that you actually pay for the paid plan. The reason why is because if you pay for the paid plan, it allows you to have more power in terms of how many books you can sell. Currently, you'll only be able to sell one book because you only be able to set up one funnel using the free plan. But if you want to start selling more books, and by that time you will probably have made the money, you then need to start using the paid plan. And the other reason is because if you want to use like your own custom domain, like my domains are yourvarsity.com or marshallmalaba.com, if you want to have that, or your .co.za, you need to use the paid plan. Otherwise, you're just going to have to use the system.io as your final address. And so if you decide to use System.io using my link, which is below, I'm going to help you. Firstly, I'm going to give you tutorials, free tutorials that will teach you how to use System.io. Secondly, I'm going to give you free tutorials on how to make money using System.io. In other words, by simply telling other people. I tell you how to do it. I also show you how to do it, how to get other people to start using System.io, and then you get paid a passive income to do that. And then obviously the third thing is I'm going to be showing you how to use it to sell books online. Why you want to go and learn another platform instead of just learning from the videos I'm going to be creating and showing you how to make money online through this? So make sure that you click on the link below and actually sign up for System.io using my link. And then the fifth and final thing is promotions. How exactly are you going to get people to buy your book? Now that you've got this amazing website, now you've got this amazing book that people want to buy, how exactly do you find people who are going to buy it? I will just give you two ideas, but then I'm going to create a full video and be able to share it to you on the fourth day after today, so that you learn how to actually promote this book. One idea is that you simply use your social media platforms. Like maybe you're on WhatsApp, you can share it on your status, or you can share it to all your contacts, right? You just simply send it to them and tell them what it's about, and then people who are interested in it are going to start buying that book. Another thing that you can also do is that you can start sending maybe the link to your email list. If you've got people who you know via email, send it to them and then they're actually going to buy. And if you want more in detail training on how exactly you can promote the book, I am going to be doing a full training. That's going to be the day number 4, the fourth day after today. You can go check out on my channel. I'm going to have a full video about that. Make sure that you watch it. Okay, those are the 5 things that you need to know in order for you to start selling PDFs online. But remember, I mentioned earlier on that if you want me to mentor you one-on-one via Zoom call, talking to you just the way that I'm talking to this camera right now, and I mentor you, if you want me to help you to make your first $1,000 online, if you want to be part of one of the 2 people that I am willing to mentor, you just need to do the following few steps. Number 1, you just simply need to take a screenshot of this video. If you take a screenshot, or if you're using mobile, or just take a photo if you're watching it from your laptop. Once you've done that, the next thing you do is that you go to Instagram. That's number 2, and then follow this person here, Marshall Malaba, at Marshall Malaba. Make sure that you follow me, right? Then step number 3 is that I want you to post to your status on Instagram, and I want you to tag me in it, right? You can write whatever message you want. Maybe you can just put some fire emojis and just say, at Marshall, I'm watching the video. What's going to happen is that when you do that, Instagram is going to tell me the people that have done that, and then I'm going to pick randomly 1 person, 2 people who are going to be the winners. So I'm going to be doing this every single month, helping 2 people to make their first $1,000 online. If you want to be the winner and increase your if you want to increase your chances of winning, you need to do it as many times as possible. As simple and as easy as that. I will help you to make your first $1,000 online. Okay, and maybe you haven't done so already, please give me a like on this video if you like the video, if you like the content. If you didn't like the content, please give me a dislike, so that I know the type of stuff that you guys don't actually want to watch. And if you haven't done so, also make sure that you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification, so that you'll be notified every single time I create content just like this, designed to help you achieve financial freedom. And you might also want to check out these other videos right here, which will give you more ideas about building income online. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Take care.